like neutral NPCs. They weren't aligned with the Alliance or Horde. If you want to see such NPCs, you'll have to find them in later on quest areas. I do remember they do appear again in the Grizzly Hills. Lag. Woodman Drake, the Blind. It could be these people, but I'm not sure. Maybe I would. Here, they're Alliance aligned. No clue. But anyway, there's none really here. It's just a ton of Silver Covenant Rangers and Far Strider Troll Hunters. And then Zul'jin. He's marked as the War Chief. Well, actually, he is marked as the War Chief, but he's referenced to as the War Chief, even though at the time of this event he wasn't. Anyway, I'll head over to Brill. Actually, it's showing here the 5 points that I'll be flying over but don't have. Like White Lights Hope Chapel and Tondril River. But anyway, I'll head over to Brill as there's the Zeppelin Towers right next to it.
Be good.
I don't know why I don't have access to teleports. Do I have to be arcane to get them? That wouldn't make any sense. Teleports and portals are mage staple. It'll be kind of weird. No, it's not there. General, is it in here? No, it's not. Actually, if you see this pass here, there's actually an instance gate here to mark it off as a Burn Crusade area. Here it is. It's a portal. If you actually are quick here, you'll notice an elf, just like a high elf, but elf. I think it's a high elf. Just there. Christ. Went by way too quickly. But you may have noticed his name there on the right hand corner. You can go back if you didn't. But his name was Add-on. A-D-O-N. As in an expansion. It's something added on to the original game. Yeah. Ah. There's that NPC. Huh, that's strange. I can see a level 45. Everyone else is grayed out is question marks or skulls to me. Whatever it was. So, Lights Hope Chapel changed a bit since Classic. Before it was just a chapel with a few tents around it like this. None of this trim like that rock there or the walls. It was all very open and vulnerable. There's also none of this water here or this bridge. To be honest, I just remember it being like, I remember there being dips around here, but I don't remember one right outside. I thought that was always flat land, but of course it's been so long I wouldn't have a clue. I think the only way we could check is to do the Death Knight zone and, you know, check that way. But yeah, the water disappears during Cataclysm, when this place suddenly stopped being quite as corrupted. Well, okay, this place is still pretty messed up, but the place over here is better. Actually, there was a house around here somewhere, and it had a really powerful Horde-aligned NPC in it. There's the house. He's really powerful. I think he's back in the Undercity. And actually, there's an NPC, Sylvana Scraps, from over here, and he's never heard from again, and this was Cataclysm, and they never followed up on the story or anything. He's an NPC from the Death Knight quest. She thought he wasn't serving the Horde well enough, so she took him back for some reprogramming, and he was never seen of again. His Alliance counterpart went after him. They may have been enemies alive, but they're brothers in death kind of thing. But, so, he went after him because he was concerned, but neither of them have been heard from since. And you know, that was Cataclysm. 2 expansions have gone and nothing has come of it. And you know, that really shouldn't be going on. If you're going to make a plot point, finish the plot point. Just, I suppose this could be. It takes so much time, effort, money to do this stuff that they may just want to focus at the current expansion rather than fixing every little thing, loose plot thread of the previous thing. It just really annoys me, because it just like it leaves the story hanging, and it's just really irritating. I hope, since there'll be more, like, I know Sylvanas was in the trailer for Legion. I hope because of that she will be in, like, what she did to the Death Knight guy will actually be we will actually find out in Legion. It's weird, certainly, but like that it waited 2 expansions to find out. But maybe we'll finally find out what happened to him. And maybe we'll finally find out what's buried underneath Terraceville Glades. Would be nice. Oh, sorry for hitting off the mic there. I really do wonder what is buried underneath. It was powerful enough to drive a ton of elves mad, so it's something nasty. But what is it? It's some buried horror that drives people mad, or at the very least elves, and quite a few thousand years ago. You know, what is it? Is it dead by now? If so, why was the person saying don't go digging? I suppose its corpse could still be bad. But then again, we run around wearing Saronite, the blood of Yogg-Saron. Then again, there's ludonarrative dissonance, I believe is the phrase, in WoW. Basically, it's when the gameplay and the story separate. I remember some person tried to make a criticism of commentary on ludonarrative dissonance, but the best they could muster was, video games are too video gamey. Yeah. Of course, I didn't read the full article, I just saw a bit of it, and it's just like, oh god. They didn't exactly motivate me to watch more. Well, you know, I'm not going to Northrend yet. I'm too low level. They'll break me. But yeah. Yeah, that was the best, like, criticism he can muster. And certainly I'm not a fan of ludonarrative dissonance. It's not great. Game, you know, production of games or stories or whatever. It's shit on both categories. But a correct criticism of it wouldn't be the same. I went to the wrong tower again. The correct criticism of it wouldn't be to say that video games are too video gamey. Because saying that would imply that the only way for a video game to be good is for it to be a book or a movie. You know, i.e. not a video game. You see where I'm going? It's... yeah, it's not really a great criticism. It's like I was saying before about you know, Jonathan McIntosh and his criticisms of Spec Ops: The Line, where it's a game that shows the horrors of conflict and, like, I do want to say war, but it wasn't really a war going on it, but, you know, that kind of thing. The horrors and the effects it has on people. And his criticism of it was, it doesn't shit on the American military enough. It's like I said before, it's like criticizing a Dr. Seuss thing about, like, didn't he have one, I never really read much Dr. Seuss as a kid, but it was like one about, there's like some fat group of people, they had stars on them, and the people with stars were treated as better, and someone came along who had the ability to make stars on people who didn't have them. and so and then they offered the service of removing them, and they would keep, like, you know, whichever one was in, like, seen as superior, people swapped to get, and by the end of it they couldn't even remember what they started off as, so they just, you know, stopped mistreating each other because of whatever stars, whether or not they had stars. At least that's what I remember, the summary I remember reading online. If it's inaccurate, fair enough, but let's go with it for the sake of argument. It's like criticizing that for not commenting on trade disputes between Brazil and America, and saying it's a shit thing because it doesn't comment on this, or it's a shit thing because it doesn't comment on the troubles in Northern Ireland specifically, or, you know, whatever. You know, it's that's not really a great criticism. I suppose at least he's keeping it in, like, you know, it's criticizing war, so why aren't you criticizing an army, you know, thing involved in war? But still, it's the equivalent of still with the Dr. Seuss thing. While it does have that better connection, it's still not that great of criticism. And he may call himself a pop culture critic or whatever he calls himself now, but he's shit at it. Like, seriously, I'm significantly better, I'm certain, at it than he is. To be honest, I'm confused what the hell these are meant to be. Oh, I'm trying not to sneeze. But, actually, what's this back here? Ooh. These things. Never knew these. But yeah, yeah, I was just saying, these are cool. I never knew these were here. But yeah, I'm probably substantially better at it than he is. Even though sometimes I feel not really great at criticizing things. I'm just more like, seems fine to me. Just more about things. So yeah, I just end up feeling like I wouldn't be a great critic, but certainly I seem, you know, better than he would be. He is. I know, I've seen some pictures of him lately and he doesn't look well. He looks kind of off. Hope the guy's okay. Might be his biggest fan, but still. Yeah, I might be his biggest fan, but, you know, still, it's a person who I mightn't like or mightn't agree with or particularly like, but I still, you know, yeah, you know, compassion and humanity and all that. So yeah. Basically, can't put it any simpler than that. It's just, you know, might like the guy, but wouldn't want to see him, you know, unwell. Then again, maybe I'm just there's just a few bad pictures of him, like they weren't particularly flattering, and I'm extrapolating too much from them. Could be that. Hopefully, it is. These little things. These actually share the same model as a creature in Outlands and Draenor. Though I prefer their... actually don't know which version I prefer. The Draenor or the Outlands version. I think the Outlands because it was easier to kill. Therefore less annoying. Excuse me. The Outlands version, the Draenor version, it was much more durable and it keeps teleporting behind you. In fact, both of them... oh, nice. Both of them do. The full-grown version of those lizards. They both teleport behind you, but the Outlands version, even at level, was much squishier. I remember getting that achievement first on my Powie. I accidentally jumped off of... there is a cliff over here. And as a part of a quest, you're meant to get a slow fall buff. I never got the buff, so when I ran off the cliff, as I was meant to, I just plummeted down. And I fell just far enough that I didn't die, but got the quest. Got the achievement. I love how this place is just so dark and conspiratorial and shady. You're expecting, you know, like, to walk down here and just get shanked by someone. Maybe even one of the guards. Well, maybe not. Well, let's not go that far. But, you know, get shanked by someone. But then there's guards here everywhere, so it's nice and safe. It's like the, you know, the most law-abiding rogue den ever. A portal trainer. Christ, you actually have to go to a portal trainer. This is so bizarre, considering that you can just learn things just by leveling up, having to actually go to a portal trainer. That's so weird. Okay. Would be nice if we had a thing here that was just a... There we go. Didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Now we have just this thing here, which is nice. Wait, stone art. Wait, what? I have no idea what stone art is. Never heard of it before. Or maybe I did and I just don't remember. Wait, did he say Naboo? I'm sorry, mate, you're getting your fancy franchises confused. Toss be nimble, toss be quick. Toss jump over the whole fucking table. For far too long we've ignored the secrets of the arcane. Are you here to learn as well? Ah, good. It seems my message did find you. All of your trainers agree. Trainers? Thalas, you show an amazing amount of talent for a journeyman. Even the War Chief has heard of your rapid progress. As a reward for mastering your studies, the War Chief has commissioned his Master Enchanter to create a staff for you. The cursed Shadowfang Keep in Silvermine Forest is the only place to get the materials you'll need. Travel there and find a magical heirloom of the Silverlane family, a supply of moon-touched wood, and the essence of the ghosts haunting the keep. And for that, we'll get a blue staff. That is 4 int, 7 stamina, and 4 critical strike. I'll take it, but I will not be completing it today. I will be completing it. I only got 2 rep with the Undercity. Well, 3 with everywhere else, but 10 with Orgrimmar. Alright. And none with Silvermoon. Yeah, none with Silvermoon, which is strange. I got stuff with the pandas, but not my own people. Alright. Apparently my own people aren't proud of me, you know, being so, you know, being such a badass. Even the War Chief has heard of me. Apparently they weren't interested. Why am I heading back to Silvermoon? But yeah, basically what I was saying was, I'll do that quest next time. I need to... Sorry, I heard a background noise. I need to, yeah, I'll finish that next time. Like I said, when... Ooh, wait, I can go get this. Actually, no. I'll go back to Silvermoon and see if their board... I'll see if their board has the other quest. And then I'll go to that area, then I'll sign off. Because, like I said, I'll do this next time when I get back to this character. As the point of this was just to show off this zone, but I'm not well geared enough yet to finish it. So I'll just move on and I'll come back at a later stage. So that means this is over for now. I will be, like I said, we'll be back to finish this, but at a later stage. When that will be, I don't know. Like I said, I need to start all the other characters, get them to a certain stage, then start leveling them up. But I'll be working at them bit by bit, all of them. Okay, let me just work out actually off the top of my head how many classes there are. Warrior, Druid, Hunter, Warlock, Priest, Death Knight, Demon Hunter, Shaman. There's more than just that. I know there's Paladin, but I won't be leveling a Palai.